So far we have covered Rasi chart. It's very important about what is Rasi. Then we came for planets, and we are going to see now about houses. These are the three major points. First one is a Rasi to understand, and the second one is the planet and their characteristics, and the third one is the houses. So we have 12 Rasis and 9 planets and 12 houses. So in previous lessons, like in the classes about Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, Cancer, these are the Rasi, we call the Rasi, and we gave they have their own characteristics. And then we came to know about the planets also. It's very important. And then we are going to see the houses. If you want to use the GPS, I always give this example. You need a minimum 3 satellites to connect to find out where we are. Like that, we need to minimum 3 reference points, like main points, that if you want to make a triangle of picture, then one is a Rasi chart, Rasi, and the planet and houses. And today I'm going to start the new session about the what is house and how it works. Okay, this one you need to remember. Without these basics, okay, there is no way to go further. Wherever you go, you will come back again if you don't understand this one, if you don't learn this one properly. And that's why I try to make this one package. Maybe it looks very heavy for someone. Maybe someone, they don't understand what's happening around. Maybe they're very new to see what it is. But trust me, this is how it is. Okay, again and again and again, if you look at this one, it will reveal, because this is the eyes of Mahavishnu. This is the eyes of the consciousness, the supreme consciousness. Now that's why the name of the subject, this one, it's called Jyotisha. So Jyotisha is nothing but that how you see. So if you want to see the world through the time, through the space, okay, and this is a very important tool to see this one. Even the God is looking at this universe through the Jyotisha one. Okay. So this course, that what you are learning is it's a gift from the Maharishis. They blessed us with a beautiful knowledge many thousand years ago. I'm not talking about 5 months, 6 months, or 10 years, 100 years, 500 years. No, I'm talking more than 5,000 years minimum. Because when the Rama was on this planet and they fixed the Muhurta that time, okay, that means they are very advanced with this knowledge, and they made a course for us. They made a lessons for us to follow this one. Okay, so never give up, never give up. And from now on, this class and next class will be finished about the basic things, and then we go for the chart reading. Chart reading means how do you look at the chart and where to start, and what are the things that you need to take it in your mind, what is the notes you need to follow. Probably you will have 64 chapters. Now we are in 46. Now it's today is 47 or 48. Don't remember. I need to go to the chat now to see which chapter are we in, and from there is a more 20 chapters more. Okay, so I will give the important notes, which chapter you need to take as important to read the chart. Okay, because these classes that where we are right now is about to see how to see the Prashna. Okay, everybody knows what is Prashna. If someone asks the questions, then we need to answer. So that time you make a chart that is called the Prashna. The Prashna is something raising in your mind. That is Prashna. What is your Prashna? What you are in Tamil also they will ask, what is your problem? Means ennada prachana unakku. Yes, Tamil people.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ennada prachana. The prachana, the word that exactly they are using in Tamil, it's from the Sanskrit word, and both languages they go together. Okay, and it's a prashna. What's your question? What is something in your mind? When they come to the astrologer, they will ask this one. Okay. Exactly the prashna, when someone has a question, someone has a doubt, and someone needs the answer of their life, whatever it is. Okay. Then you make a prashna chart. So how do you look at the prashna chart? And everything, all the notes, all the important things also I presented here in this course. And if someone wants to know about their life, okay, from the it's called a birth ring, natal chart, natal, natal chart. It's called a jadakam, or it's called a kundalini. Kundalini is not somebody thinks about the yoga shastra. Okay, that's kundalini is different. It's called kundali. Usually, this is called kundali. It's the same way. Okay, from the birth chart. And there is some reference point. You need to take it from here also. And if someone comes to you and they want to start the new business, or someone wants to get married, or someone want to celebrate something new thing, or they want to get the blessings from the God, so they want to fix the muhurta, the time, auspicious time. Then I'm going to give there is a lot of reference points here. So not only the prashna, not only the natal, not only the muhurta, everything is mixed here beyond your imaginary. So don't think it's so big, or it's you cannot see, you cannot follow it. Okay, this is how it is. We are in the middle of forest or middle of tunnel. I'm sure you are going to see the light, because it's a Jyotisha class. Believe in me, this is how it is. You just walk with me and you will see the light. Got it? Good. So I'm going to share the screen right now. We saw about planets, some qualities. Okay, we saw some of the qualities from the planet. Sun has the father, and sun has the soul, and it's a karaka for the self. So here, it's the thing is a naisargic. There is 3 karakas. I took only one here because I don't want to make more complicated. It's already done. So it's a naisargic karaka. Each and every planet has the role in the chart. Yes. And each and every, I said that we have 12 houses. So before we go to the houses, I will give because we are not done yet with the planet. So I'm here with the planet. So first house, whenever you look at the first house, what is the first house? What is the first house? Where you will take the first house? Anyone want to answer me? Where is the first house?
Lagna.
Wherever the ascendant presents.
Yes, Shashankji, you are right. Wherever the ascendant is, that is the first house. Okay. And now you look at this one. House means the wherever the ascendant places, that is the first house. So everybody knows what is house is now. The first house is the karaka for the first house is the sun, because it's a self, it's a soul. So it's the sun is the karaka. So
What
sun
does
is
karaka?
Karaka is the cause, who causes, who give the reason, who makes something to that house. Who causes, that is called karaka. So for example, you try to brake, okay, and then the brake didn't work, and we made a small accident. You just maybe when you take reverse or something. What is the cause of the incident? What is the cause of the incident? Brake.
So it is longevity, right? If it's a break, if it's an accident, then it is
No. Shashankji, don't go that farther. Very simple example. You try to drive, okay, the brake is not working. It's failure. What is the cause of the accident? That moment. What is karana? Karana is the karaka. What is the karana? What is the reason? Brake didn't work.
Because it's not engineered properly. I didn't take good care of it.
No, the karaka, how do you explain? Okay, you didn't take enough water. Okay, you are what do you say, hydrate that day, and you have a severe belly pain. And what is the reason? You didn't take enough water. The karaka for the belly, the belly pain is because of you don't have enough water in your body. So you don't make it complicated. The karaka is the cause that makes for you something. So first house, there is a karaka, that is a planet, that the sun is the karaka for the first house. What is the first house? We'll come to the point later, okay? But I didn't finish up the planet, so I want to finish the planet. That's why I said that. First, the sun is the karaka, he's the cause, he's the reason to be here, that's the sun. Why we are here, how we are here? Because of the sun. If there is no sun, we don't have a light and energy from the sun, the planet doesn't exist, right? Yes. So sun is the karaka for the self, physical constitution, that our soul and health. So if you want to look at the health or the physical condition or the self, like our sun is also karaka for ego, the self. Ego is nothing but your body, your name, whatever you have. It's not something emotional, okay? It belongs to you. It belongs to this body only. If you remove this body, the ego will go away. And people go around to identify what is the ego. Ego is nothing but your body. I have a name. If somebody is giving bad name towards me, people are doing okay unnecessarily, then my ego triggers because they are giving some bad name to me. If I don't have a body, the name, whatever they do, it's not there anymore because I don't have ego. People will say I don't have ego, then they must be died or they must be dead. Everyone has the ego. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa to Ramana Maharishi or Vivekananda come here for Chandrasekhar Saraswati. Everybody has the ego, but that ego is transformed. It's sublimated to the divinity, so they don't see their body.
Okay, but okay. So you're saying that whichever house sun is present in, let's say the first house has Shani, but sun is present in the fifth house. Let's say this is Dhanur Lagna. So whichever house the sun is present in this case, sun is present in Aries, which is the house of Mars. So he is exalted, right? Now, if sun is present in the fifth house, can it still decide matters of the first house?
Yes. Also, he's holding the eighth house. So he's in the fifth house emotionally. The full consciousness of the body self will go to the it's subconscious because the body, and whenever the Saturn sits in the first house, there must be some problem there physically, even though he's in the own house, or his second and third lord will be there, and then it's a Marna Karakasthana for the Saturn to be sit at the first house. And we will come to the point when you have the because you are going further 2 steps. I need to bring you back again because nobody knows what is the fifth house and eighth house. Okay. The sun is the self, that's a physical, because he is the reason to be human, to be a planet, and the other animals or every living beings or any other minerals. The sun, that is the first house, self, physical constitution, soul and health.
Okay, sorry, I have to interject here.
Go
so
on.
So you're saying that, okay, let's say somebody comes to you and then you plot their chart, and in the first house, sun is not present, but sun is present somewhere else, let's say 10th house or 11th house, or maybe in the fifth house or 6th house, I don't know. So in order to decide in order to understand the self of the person, do you still look at the sun in other houses?
No, Lagna Karaka, because I said there is a 3 Karagatva. I don't want to make you confused. This is the Naisargi Karaka. This is a fixed one. It never changes. And there is a Charakarakatvam also. There is the movable variable there. And there is a Sthira Karakatvam. If you want to look at the dead, if somebody like a father or mother or relatives or whoever which is close to you on your body also, then you need to take a Sthira Karakatvam.
Oh, so this is Naisargika Karaka.
This is a Naisargi Karaka. It's a fixed one.
What is Sthira Karaka? Sthira means also fixed, right?
Yeah, Sthira is fixed for the some connected to the body.
Okay, what does Naisargika mean?
Naisargika, it is for the houses. The first
what does it mean?
Naisargika, okay. Okay, the first house I said it's our body. Okay, it's a primary thing. Naisargika is the primary thing, like very important thing for that house. The sun is the important for the self, the first house, because first is the self, our intellectual, our conscious, our intellectual is the first house. So he's the primary, he's the main karagatva for the first house.
Okay.
Second house is it's a main karaka. He's the reason to be here. He's the reason for the first house. But Sthira Karaka is a different thing. Okay, for example, if you go for the Mars, you see the younger sibling and courage also. Mars is for the marriage also, but it's a Sthira. If you go for the other details deeply, then you need to take the 3 Karagatvas. The main Karagatva, which is I'm teaching here, is about the planet here. That one is completely will change when you go for the readings.
Okay. Okay.
This yeah. There is 2. This is a primary. Also, I'm going to give the secondary Karagatva of the same planet. Okay, this is sun for the first house. That is your intellectual, your body, self, and the physical constitution. So soul and health. The second house, keep it in mind. That's the second house. Okay, I don't want to go for the what is the house and everything. Second house is the Jupiter, family and wealth. The third house from the ascendant is the Mars, younger siblings and courage. Younger siblings. And these are the things you need to remember if you want to look at the chart. Okay, these are the main things you need to look at the chart. The fourth house from the ascendant is a moon, it's the mother. Okay, fifth house is again the Jupiter, the children of the self, like of the lagna. Children from this chart. Okay, this is the chart. Like for example, if I take my chart, then fifth house is my child. For Shashankji, fifth house is the Shashank child. Okay, children of that person self. Sixth house is the Mars, enemies. Seventh house is the Venus. Karaka, the primary Karaka for the seventh house is the Venus. If you want to look at the marriage, okay, that's the primary Karaka. That is a very important Karaka to get into the marriage. Our relationship is the Venus. Then you need to go to the Venus. From the Venus, you need to read. We will come to that point when we are, because without the basic fundamental, I cannot teach you anything. Where you take on what you take, what you look, it's much more complicated for you. So seventh house is the house of relationship we know, and seventh house is the Karaka for the Venus, who gives the relationship. Okay, and then Saturn is the eighth Karaka, longevity. He is the only one Karaka for longevity. You need to. That's why we take the bath in the Saturdays. Okay, Tilasnanam. We do the Danam towards the Saturn. It's a longevity. Jupiter is the Karaka for the ninth house, teacher, religion, and fortune. Sorry. And 10th house is the Mercury Karaka for the job, work, achievements. Okay, honor is a spelling mistake down there. Okay, here. 11th house, Jupiter is the elder sibling. Again, elder sibling, 11th house. Yes, Ji, someone wants to ask. Galaxy 12, how do you call you? Galaxy 12? Yes? Okay, I can see the raising hands, Galaxy J2. Galaxy J2. Okay. Okay, Jupiter is the Karaka for the elder. So we have the younger sibling and the elder sibling, where you will see the younger one from the third house after you. Okay, before you is the 11th house. 12th is the Karaka. That Saturn is the Karaka for the 12th house. That's a primary Karaka, it's the loss. So look at the Jupiter here. Now you know why we are giving so important for the Guru. Second, family, wealth, expansion. Fifth house, children, expansion. Ninth one, blessings, expansion, knowledge, expansion. 11th, elder sibling, not only elder sibling, the gain also in the 11th house, expansions, the blessings. So he took all the important parts which gives the happiness in our life. Naisargika Karaka. The name of these planets here is called Naisargika Karaka. The primary karakas. The karaka is the cause who causes the effect for the houses. First house, second house, third house. Okay. This one will help you to find out if you can earn enough money, if you have a good relationship, or if you have enough courage to do something. Okay, what kind of job? These are the main karakas. Also, they are holding the second karakatva. I'm going to change the slide. Here is the secondary karaka. That means we saw for the houses only, okay? And each and every planet holds the 2-3 houses. That's what secondary karaka is all about. Again, sun is the, I didn't give the houses here, but I put it inside the box, okay? Self, soul, constituting health. This is the first house we know, we saw already. And the fifth house is the fame. And not only the children. When I come to the houses, I will explain you detailedly, but here just to understand about the planets, okay? Fifth house is the fame. That's the karaka for the sun. And the father also. If we take the earth as a mother, the father is who is the giver of the life? Who's the giver of the life? That's the
Sun.
sun. Yeah, exactly, ma'am. Oh. Okay, sun. Okay, second. And then, sorry, sun is the karaka for the 10th houses also. So if I said before, it's a Mercury. Mercury is the intellectual thing, intelligency. We are going to school to learn what to go for work for someone else. Okay, so that's a Mercury. And then the power is someone for the politicians or some big shots, IAS officers, IFS officers. In India, there is a lot of higher degree officials. Okay, the sun is the karaka there for the 10th house. Okay, moon is the karaka, the mind. We know the mind. Our mind is the main karaka. Okay, the moon is the karaka for the mind. Mother. The fourth house is the peace of mind. Fourth house is the peace of mind. Our gati, there is a, if you don't have any way to go around, if you don't see the way, that you must, the energy must be blocked in the fourth house, because fourth house is the gati, where you see, somebody got stuck somewhere, they don't see anything else because of the fourth house is blocked. Also, it's a peace of mind. And friends, of course, because he gives a pleasant mind to us, some of the good friends. I'm talking about friends means good friends. Okay. Mars again, it's courage. We know already, we saw it, younger siblings, third house. And Mars is the karaka for the real estate. If someone wants to sell the houses, okay, someone wants to buy the houses, or someone wants to make a plan for the ground, like a layout, that's a Mars is the karaka. So if someone talks about the house construction, if someone comes to you, okay, someone comes to you and they talk about the house, okay, I want to buy the house, I want to sell the house, and you make a prashna, you look at the prashna means the movement, then you need to look at the fourth. Fourth is the house. Then you need to look at the Mars also. So these are the things you need to connect. There is a scholarship for the Mars also. There is a Nyaya, Vyakarana, grammatic things, Nyaya, Vyakarana, Siksha, Mimamsa. These are the schools, Yoga Shastra, to get the enlightenment. Nyaya Shastra and Darka Shastra also. So Nyaya means always these people, the Martian people. Then you can look at the Karakatwas very deeply, and you can find it out in 20 and 24 chart, D20 and 24 Vimshamsa and Chatur Vimshamsa. to find out what kind of nyaya they use it. Okay, usually they will tell all this. Always they speak. Nyaya means what is the word for the nyaya? Nyayam. Anyone in English? Nyaya.
Judiciary.
Judiciary. Yeah.
Justice, judiciary.
Judiciary. Yeah. Justice. Not justice is come for the. But always they bring the. They quote from this judiciary thing. This is this one. Okay, you cannot cross over
Institute.
the. Shashankji, yes.
Are you referring to constitution? They look at the constitution and then they frame the legal and judicial matters, right?
Yes, yes, Nyayam. Yes, we can take that one also. For example, if you are driving and there is a red light, someone will stop before the red light and they don't want to cross, even in the midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever it is. Okay, they will speak Nyayam. It is red light, I don't want to go there. That is kind of, yeah,
Law.
judiciary.
You are speaking about law.
Law.
Moral?
G?
Are you talking about moral? Moral.
Moral,
value?
moral, yeah, moral. Vivian J, moral also we can take. Yeah, that's when judiciary is also made of. Nowadays, judiciary is not more moral. Also, moral also take. Always they talk about the moral things and speculations. Yes.
Nyaya Shastra means judiciary, right? It's law.
Law from the Vedas. Not
Yeah.
if you go for the judiciary in this world, it doesn't fit. So it's from this traditional we are talking about. Always there is a.
In here, yeah. In here it is the Vedas, but typically the word Nyaya means justice and judiciary.
No, there is a Shastra there where they put the things on the table to understand the divinity, understand the supreme conscious. So they bring always this one. That is a Nyaya.
Okay.
They don't go for arguments. They try to explain to someone else. For example, if someone is grammatically come, Yoga Shastra comes. Okay, let's say Yoga Shastra, and there is other Shastra also. It's full of mathematicals. Like take Arabindo is also one of these followers. Okay, Mimamsa, Siksha people, they always bring the mathematical 1 + 1 2 this one and the Nyaya. These are the 6 houses we have in India to scholarship ourselves towards the divinity. Yoga Shastra, Nyaya, Vyakarana, Chandas. Yeah.
Are you referring to Samkhya?
Sankhya.
Samkhya, it's not Shiksha, it's Samkhya.
Sankhya Shastra.
Samkhya Shastra, yeah.
Okay, speculation is 5th house, and then the Mars is the enemies, disease, accident, loans, 6th house. Mars is the karaka for the enemy, okay, and he's the karaka for the accident and loans. Is the main karaka. Also, Mars is the karaka for the thief, Saturn also. Okay, these are the secondary karakas we are looking at here. Mercury is the speech, second karaka. Mercury is the speech. Learning, 4th house. That's a funny thing because he don't like to be in the 4th house. He wants to play always. Is Marana Karakasthana for the Mercury in the 4th house. Memory, because he's a Prithvi Tattva. Okay. Scholarship, student, 5th house. Work achievements, honor. We already saw the honor in the previous slide. It's a 10th house. Creed, it's 11th one. Jupiter is the Karaka for the family. We saw already. Wealth, 2nd house. Family also 2nd house. Traditional learning, like what you are doing right now. Jyotisha, Sakaraka. There are three planets we need to know. Usually the astrologers take. One is for Ketu, very traditional, and intellectual. It's Mercury. Also, you need to know. If you want to learn the astrology, you need to have the Mercury blessings also. The Jupiter is the wisdom and knowledge. It's a traditional learning, 4th house. The children, we saw 5th house, intelligence. Teacher, religion, 9th house. Elderly brethren and gains, 11th house. I said not only the elder brother, also gain from the 11th house. Venus is the Karaka for the vehicle, 4th house. Wife, 7th. Husband, 7th. Martial bliss, 7th. Bed pleasure, 12th house. Bed pleasure from the 12th house. Okay, then we go for the Saturn. For the politicians or some of the groups like I don't know exact word in English, where they form the group in the companies. What is the name for them? The work community, they form the groups there.
Association.
Associations. Team. No, for whole company, maybe they go for strike, they go against the boss, against the company, the group.
Yeah, association, society, sir.
Union.
Union. This is the word I know. The union. This union is also the Saturn, the group of people. It's a Saturn. So Saturn is not only for this one, also for the politician, because they are bringing the group. When they bring the people inside to their party, that is the Saturn. That's a following, fifth house. Also the following is not only this group, also Shishya. If some guru, and for example Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Vivekananda, they have Shishya Parampara, and Shishya here is the mother and the Aurobindo, and if you go for there is a lot of paramparas. Okay, this one is Saturn is the main servant. You look at the servant is the sixth house, very important. I have predicted one of the Vastu. Looking at the Saturn, I said that you must have the filthy servant at your home who is cooking for the divinity. She said yes. And longevity and trouble, eighth house. If you want to look at the longevity of the person, that is the eighth house. The trouble also the eighth house. Losses, hospitalization. Okay, that is the Saturn, 12th house. Is a karaka, is the reason, is the main cause of the thing, is the cause. Okay. Rahu, again we take accident, sixth house, occult knowledge. Rahu gives the deep occult knowledge to the subject. He go deeper and deeper and digging things. Primary and pilgrims, like I said, pilgrimages, like he will take it to the Rahu is such a beautiful thing. Okay, he will bring a Maya into your life, or he remove the Maya. The extreme. Rahu is extremist, and Rahu is the karaka for the abroad. Travel to the foreign countries, very important. If you look at the chart, thousands of our chart I saw. Immediately I will tell that you must go or you will go to the foreign land. Rahu, it's a very important thing to see at the chart. Okay. Ketu is occult knowledge. I said already before, because this Vedanga, this Jyotisha is occult knowledge. Mercury is intellectual. Somebody needs to do understand. That's a Mercury. Okay. Jupiter is wisdom and wise. Ketu is occult knowledge. Going abroad, Moksha Sthana. Moksha is the 12th house. Liberation, to give up something, to take you somewhere, because you need to give up. What is moksha? What is moksha? Anyone?
Realizing the self.
What is moksha?
Enlightenment. Attaining divinity.
Liberation after death.
Vivianji, yes?
Liberation after death.
Liberation after birth?
Death.
I didn't get you. I didn't get you, ma'am.
Liberation after death. After we die.
Liberation. Okay. What is moksha?
After we die, we cannot choose not to go to
You
hell.
never know if you are liberated or not after die. How do you know? And simply in Yoga Shastra, Patanjali gave first word from his school.
Sir, Sahasra is opening. Correct? Satish sir from Bangalore.
Satish ji, namaste. Good evening. Welcome. Sahasrara is opening. That is a moksha. Okay.
It's called the moksha. Correct, na?
No, ji. No.
So
What
Galaxy
is
Gate is my number only, sir.
ji?
Galaxy J2.
Understand, Satish ji. Understand now. Understand.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, what is moksha? In Yoga Shastra, we have visa. Okay, Nyaya is one of this form. Okay, and Vyakarana visa. Okay, these are the schools that there is 6 schools, and in Yoga school they will teach the first sloka. Anyone remember the first sloka of Patanjali? First sloka of Patanjali. What he said there? Okay, yoga is chitta vriddhi nirodha. Chitta vriddhi nirodha. Chitta is the thought which goes one after other. It's like you are throwing the stone into the pond, then it makes the waves. Okay, one by one, and it goes hit and it come back again. Our thought, the thought process, chitta is our thought, which is we have chitta, ahankara, buddhi, manas. We have 4 things with this, our not our brain. I'm talking about in Hindu philosophy. We are explaining very detailing. Chitta is thought one by one. Chitta vriddhi, which is expanding. Nirodha, to cut it off. That is what we are going to learn from the school in Yoga Shastra. That is called the yoga. That is called the moksha. There is no chitta at all. There is no thoughts at all. That is called the moksha. Moksha is nothing but thoughtless mind. There is no mind also, because mind will always give something to think over it. That means in Yoga Shastra is telling you to die. Die is nothing but your body. You are just removing this one. You're removing your ego. Try to slowly by practicing something. Moksha is nothing but the buffalo. How do you call this? Emotionalness. That is called moksha. Don't think about very big things. Very simple. If you don't have any thoughts at all, nothing, it's called nirvana. Nirvana is nothing there. It's empty, emptiness. That is moksha. That is liberation. Don't wait until you die. Okay, practice it right now. Vivian ji. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand.
Don't wait for the last breath. Okay. Start practice now to stop the thought. Okay. That is the moksha sadhana. It's a sadhana. It's a practice. Moksha. Usually we call it moksha sadhana. The practice towards the moksha. Okay. I go for the next slide. And each and every houses has the name. I finished the part with the planets there, and we are in the name of the houses. Each and every one, every house has the name. For example, you live at one place, they say it's a divine house, Ganesha house, Lakshmi house, Sri house. Like that, the 12 houses has their name. The lagna, always the lagna bhav. We call the house also the bhava. Okay. If you read somewhere, it's a bhava is nothing but the house. House is in English, bhava. The meaning of this one is the bhava. Lagna bhava, first house. The second house is dhana bhava. Dhanam means wealth, your resources. Third one is bratru. Bratru means brother. Bratru. I want to tell you, you don't need to remember all this one. You can, if you remember at the it's a siblings, that's fine. But you need to remember this ones also. Okay, it's good to understand. Bratru. Bratru is your brother. These are the main characteristics of the houses. Very main thing, main important. Lagna bhava, dhana bhava. Second house is dhana bhava. When they name it is dhana. The third one is a bratru. Bratru is your younger one, sibling. And fourth one is a sukha bhava. If somebody is, I'm not feeling well, that I'm lost, my mind is not working, then where you need to look at the Prashna chart. You need to look at the fourth house, because fourth house is sukha bhava. It's a mother thing who nourishes us, who gives the take care of us. It's a sukha bhava, happiness. Fifth house is Putra Bhava always. Look at the fifth house and you can tell about the child. Okay. Fifth main thing, main name of the houses is there is a lot more into it, but the main character is Putra Bhav. That's is child, fifth house. Sixth house is Chatru, Runa, Roha, Chatru. Chatru, sixth house is the enmity. We have 6 enemies. We have 6 enemies within us. What are they? We have 6 enemies and we are fighting with them every day.
Sir, Guruji, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya.
Beautiful. Kama is the desire. When the desire not fulfilled, for example, you ask someone to bring for your wife, your kid, your friend, is not bringing a cup of water to you. And next second, think about your thought, you will get anger. Kama is the first reason, main reason you get anger. Because your desire is not fulfilled. That is the Krodha. Kama is the seed for the Krodha. Krodha is nothing but your Kama is not fulfilled. Okay, Kama is a desire. Krodha, anger. Lobhi. What is Lobha? Greed. Lobha is greediness. Everything for me and I don't want to give away. The greediness. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha. Moha is enchantment or to attract you to something. You want more. Greedy is that you get it, you don't want to give it. Moha, that you want more and more. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada. Mada is selfness, I, ego. Like you need to put your body and name. That is Madam. Madam Pudichitriyadan, there is a word in Tamil also. Mada, and also an elephant, there is a Mada Jalam in the forehead. Okay, Mada. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada. Matsaryam. What is a Matsaryam?
Jealous.
Jealousy. No, Matsaryam. Moha, Mada, Matsaryam. I don't know English word exactly, but yes, just jealous is the word actually, because you are not happy if someone gets something. Jealous, and it kills us. So the first main thing is Kama and Krodha, Lobhi, Mohi, Madham, Ahankaram, and jealous. These are the main shadripus. We called shadripus, 6 ripus. Ripu is the your enemy. 6th house is the main karaka for the Chatru Bhava. That's a house is the Chatru enemy. And 7th is Kalatra. Kalatra is nothing but your wife or husband. Kalatram. Okay. Kalatra Karaka is the Venus. That Karaka of the house is the Venus, and Kalatra the Bhava. Kalatra Bhava is the 7th house. 8th house is the Bhava of Ayur Bhava. The Karaka is Saturn. The Ayur is our lifespan. Okay, Ayur Bhava, 8th house. 9th house is Bhagya. That's our fortune, our blessings, our teacher. 9th house is a very important house. 9th house is a Bhagya. The 10th house is the Karma Bhava, that what you do. Actually, karma is nothing but something that you are doing or that house is doing. For self, first house, 10th house is the Karma Bhava. For the self, 10th house is the Karma Bhava. And you need to take each and every house and you need to go to the 10th to see what is happening there. Okay, we come to the point later to understand everything. But you remember, always you need to remember. Okay. 11th house is Labha Bhava, which is gain. labham that you get. 12th is Vyaya Bhava, losses. 12th house is the Vyaya Bhava, losses. Okay, what is this? Okay, I think I made a plain chart here. I go for the houses. Significations of houses. Okay, that is the 49th chapter right now. Now there is a big play here. Okay. The first house can be ascendant or Arudha lagna. Everybody knows right now what is Arudha lagna. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anyone wants to explain it to me? What is the meaning of Arudha lagna? Shashankji?
Sir. Hello.
Yes, yes, yes. Sadishji, we are hearing you. Yes, go on.
Arudha Lagna means when after marriage, husband shows her wife to in sky. Those two stars, that is called Arudha, I think. Arudha. Correct or not, sir? I don't know.
When you got married, you sit on wife what?
అదే ఆకాశంలో చూపిస్తారు కదా
No.
అదే ఆరుడ లగ్న.
లేదండి సతీష్ జీ అది లేదు అది లేదు no Arudha. Okay, forget. When then it's in the beginning of the class we took about Arudha. If someone is come in front of you, okay, and they want to get answers from you, then you make a chart in your mind, or you can ask them to touch one of the 12 houses. Whatever they touch, that is called Arudha lagna. That the raising, that you sit on something. Arudha is you are top on something. You got it? Yes.
Got it, sir.
Okay. Yes, for everyone.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
It's kind of very arbitrary, actually. Is there a pramana for this that I can read?
Very simple, Shashank ji.
No,
Arudha
this-
means
No.
yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what Arudha means, but it's very arbitrary, and I want to do some inner deep reading to understand Arudha lagna, because I've seen in what is that called? I have seen in PVR Narasimha Rao's videos where he plots Arudha lagna using his Jagannath Aura software, and
Yeah,
he was doing
that Arudha lagna,
he was
that
doing-
Arudha lagna is the your mirror of the chart. Okay, nobody can see your soul, but they can see who you are. That is called Arudha lagna. But what we are learning here is from the Prashna.
So that Arudha lagna is different from this one.
Yeah, that Arudha lagna is from the Jayamani. This Arudha lagna from the
Right.
Prashna Shastra.
So there are two different Arudha lagnas. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
From Prashna Shastra and Jaimini.
yes. Jayamani, when you look at the chart, okay, then you need to take the lagna. That's the first thing. And you need to look at the lagna adipati where he placed. Okay, let's say he placed in the third house. Then you need to count from the lagna to the third one. Is you got the 3 numbers. You take the 3 numbers and you need to count from the lagna adipati to the third house. That means like take your Dhanur lagna. You keep talking about the Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is the lagna adipati is the Jupiter, and he placed in the third house. It's in the Aquarius. Then you need to take the 3 numbers from the Aquarius, Pisces and Aries. Then you will get the Arudha lagna in the Aries. Then what is the Aries? If there is any planet in the Aries, that indicates how you will be seen from the public. If there is a Mars, they will look at you anger person. If there is a Jupiter in it, they look at you are educated, wise man. If they are looking at the Saturn, you are sludgy person. Rahu, maybe you are cheated. or maybe you have extra marital activities. That's what it is Arudha in your birth chart. But what we are learning here is Arudha Lagna is from the Prashna. So the Prashna will give the answer. If you want the answer for the person, then the Arudha Lagna is very important. That's why from the beginning, we are in the same track, that I'm not going away from this one to explain what is Arudha Lagna is. To sit on something. This Arudha Lagna is, we are talking here, not the Jayamani course, we are talking about the Prashna. Because nobody knows, if you don't understand what is the basic thing, then I cannot explain what is the Arudha Lagna in the birth chart.
Okay.
This Arudha Lagna is the person when he is in front of you, try to want answer from you, then you make a Arudha Lagna there. Not the Udaya Lagna. Udaya Lagna is the ascendant, that is the east. Always it shows the east. Then our planetary system is moves anti-clockwise. The sun will be in the first house, and then after 2 hours, the sun will be in the 12th house, right? Because the Lagna is going the forward direction, like a clockwise, all the planet is going the opposite direction. This Arudha Lagna, even though there is Udaya Lagna there is always the ascendant there, then you see, you need to look at what kind of state he has, then you need to fix Arudha Lagna. That is the Prashna Arudha Lagna that we are talking about here.
Okay, all right.
Okay. The ascendant or Arudha Lagna or any other houses. Example, 7th house indicates partner. Yes, we saw 7th house is the partnership, your wife, your partner, business partner. That is the 7th house. In this case, 7th house will be the first house. What do I mean? First house could be a 7th house. It could be a 9th house. It could be a 4th house. If I want to look at my mother, and then I need to go for the 4th house, the Lagna will be the remain same. Lagna will never change because that's myself. It never changes. If I want to look at my mother, then I need to put the Lagna in my mind. In my mind, I need to make the 4th house is the first house. Then that it will show my mother's physical body, my mother's complexion, appearance, head, intelligence, strength, energy, fame, success, nature of birth, caste, etc.
Wait, I didn't understand. So you're saying
Okay.
that, so let's say let's say I go to somebody and then I say, I want to know about my mother. So they will look at the 4th house.
Yes, exactly. 4th house is your mother.
Okay. Now, what you're saying is, if you make the 4th house as a frame of reference,
As a
then,
first house.
as the first house, then that person will come to know about the self of the mother. That's
Yes.
what you're.
Then the Lagna will be the remain same. In his mind, in astrologist's mind, 4th house is the Lagna for your mother. So he will look at the chart from the 4th house only.
He will look at only the 4th house, or from the 4th house?
From the 4th, no, from the 4th house. He takes the house as a 1 from the 4th house.
So you're saying that if somebody makes the 4th house as the Lagna, then it will be the chart of that person's mother or my mother.
Exactly. Yes.
So you're saying that, wait, let me say. So if somebody goes to an astrologer and then say, give me the chart of my mother. Sorry. So let me put it this way. So let's say my mother and her birth details are all available.
Yes.
And my birth details are all available.
Yes.
So if we take my chart and then plot a chart of my mother, will it be the same as the chart that is?
It doesn't look like same, because you need to know, you are looking at the Lagna of, you're looking at Rasi chart of your chart, and you are looking at Rasi chart of your mother chart. It doesn't go this way. You need to go to the Saptamsa for your mother's chart, and you need to go to the Dwadasamsa of your chart to see how it matches.
Oh, so they both will match in that case?
Both, definitely it will match. Oh. Definitely. Even though if you make a Prashna chart, and definitely it will show their you know, last Prashna chart, like for example, if nobody has the birth chart and they are coming to you and they are asking
Yeah.
to make a birth chart.
Yeah.
How do you make?
So I've seen one of PVRG's videos. What he did is he tried to understand the events in the person's life and then make a
Yeah,
correlation.
that's one way. From Prashna, even they don't know anything. They came in front of you, they say, I lost my Jatakam, I don't have, and you need to make it. From the Prashna, you can make everything. You make Prashna and you have a calculation that you can bring that chart in front of you. Like if you want to look at the mother's chart and yours chart, yours is lagna and your fourth is your mother's general thing. Okay, if you want to go deeper, then you need to look at your 12th chart, like a D12. Then you need to go to your mother chart and take the Saptamsa chart. And you need to look which child are you, like a second one, third one, fourth one. Then you need to count from there. If it is a apasabhya or it's a sabhya, it's a cactus or anticlockwise, then you need to take and see where it matches. Definitely it will match. If it didn't match, then you
The
need to
chart
go.
will be the same. That's what you're saying. Exact same.
Exactly, it will be same. There must be some connection. There must be some connection.
No, I'm not denying that, but I just it's kind of
You cannot
surprising.
take, okay, Jupiter, I have Jupiter in the 4th house. If I go to the mother's house, Jupiter will be there. No, Jupiter must have the aspect, or Jupiter house must be there. Or when the Jupiter transit the house, when you born, it must be there. Some connection must be there. Then we need to look at very deeply. What are the connections that we have?
And is all this present in Brihat Parasara Hora Shastra?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
If I say 7th house, Parashara never thought, okay, you need to take a 7th one as a lagna. It's us, it's our teacher parampara, it's our blessings from the teachers who is guiding us to look at this one.
No, that is okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. The first house, already saw. The first house can be for the others. It's kind of deeper classes. Also, it's nice to know how deep we can go. Okay, don't get confused. Then we come to the Shashankji. I'm trying to explain to our classmates because they sometimes they will look at our talk. They don't understand anything. Okay, maybe they think that, oh, there is such thing to understand. You are here. I like this one because they need to know how can they improve their knowledge or how much they need to go further.
I think everybody has these questions. I'm just raising them. That's it.
Shashankji, no, there was a student before. Even they don't know about the houses. It's good that when you raise the questions, okay, then we try to talk about this one for sometimes they will understand how deep it is.
Okay.
Also, we need to come back again to take them to our place. Okay. The first,
sir. If somebody, I think somebody don't have his mother chart. Okay. So I have only my chart. So how I can see the mother chart?
Satishji, that you need to, if it is your chart is very correct, precise, and it is rectified, then you need to look at your 12th house, D12. Dvadashamsha. Dasam means 10, Dva is 2, 12. 12th house. Then look at the 12, D12, then you know about, and take the 4th house as a lagna, that is your mother's chart. 9th house is your father, then take the 9th house as your father's lagna, then you can find it out.
Okay. Thank you.
And make a prashna for your mother, then you will know. Okay, so 7th house indicates the partner. In this case, 7th house will be the first house. First house, what will the first house shows? First house, the physical body, complexion, appearance, the head, intelligence, strength, energy, fame, success, nature of birth, caste, everything you can see from the first house. In the prashna, exactly the same. In the Rasi chart also, exactly the same, or natal. And I know that it's a bit complicated. I made a funny thing, but don't be confused, okay? You will get the point. So I'm going to change the slide. Okay, look at this is ascendant, okay? Everybody knows this is the first house because it's ascendant here. Yes? Yes? Yes, this is ascendant. It's a partnership house.
Uh,
Okay, this is
Sir,
for,
sir,
yeah,
sorry to disturb you, sir.
no, G, go on.
See, as per my chart, my first house is Mesh Lagna and Rasi is Kanya Rasi, correct? Na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is a Kanya Rasi. From
Okay,
there, I have to count that what you earlier so that chart. So I have to count from Lagna count only, no? First,
Lagna
second,
count, not
third,
the
fourth,
moon,
this is
not the
allowed.
moon one, not the moon one. You need to take the, you need, no, if it is a Rasi chart is the 12, then you have a lot of mapping that behind to work on this 12th chart. You need to right click and go for the 12, D12. Then you need to
Okay,
find the
okay,
Lagna there.
okay.
And from the Lagna, it's a 4th house is your mother.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
G.
sir.
This is the ascendant is the first house. If we take this is the first house, then it's a body, complex, caste, okay, and the strength, fame, everything will show the first house. The 7th house is your partner, business partner or life partner. Then 7th house, if you want to know about the partnership or the partner, their intelligence, okay, their fame, their characteristics, their caste, then you need to go this one as the first house. So you apply, you can be apply here or there. The first house is the answer. Then our intelligence needs to work where you need to apply this one. In the first house, 5th house for your children, 9th house for your, for 6th house. What is the 6th house? Nobody knows. Okay, I don't want to go there deeply. But here, ascendant and 7th house, you can take the 7th house as the first house, but it is a 7th house for you, the first house for your husband or wife or partnership. Okay, you got it here? No confusion, yes? Yes?
Yes, Ji.
Thank you,
Yes.
Swatima. Yeah, thank you. I understand that you understand very well. Okay. The second house from the ascendant is the self. Ascendant is self. Okay. From the lagna, the second house, and Arudha lagna, because Arudha lagna, as we saw, it's from Prashna. Okay. Or any other houses. Example, 7th house indicates the partner. Then in this case, 8th house will be the second house from the 7th house. Ooh. What will second house will shows to us? Second house, wealth, asset, that what you have, the family asset, okay, from your parents. Okay. Wealth, asset, family, speech. You can tell about someone, how can he speak? Eyes. Okay. Right eyes. You need to remember, right eyes is the second house and the left eyes is the 12th house. Then we need to go on deeper and deeper also. But here take its eyes, okay. The mouth, face, voice, and food. These are the main thing for the second house. If someone comes about the food, okay, if you have the food poison, everything, then you need to look for the second house. Sir, do I have a connection with my family? Then you need to take the second house. Sir, my son is not speaking very well. He has the stabbing, huh? Stabbering, sorry, stabbering, huh? Hello, stammering. Yes, stammering, yeah.
Stammer, yeah.
Stammer, yeah. If someone comes for the kids or some for the child, if they're stammering, then you need to look at the second house. And like, what is the karaka? Who is the karaka for the speech we saw before?
Mercury.
Exactly. Mercury is the karaka. We saw exactly. So then you need to look at the Mercury, and you need to look out the house where he plays. That is a Rasi. Then you need to look at the second house. These are the connection. If you understand this connection, if this one it comes in your mind, when you look at the chart immediately, then you are astrologer. That's for sure. That means please take your chart and leave it away and go for other chart. Collect as much as possible. As much as possible, collect and look. If you know some good speeches, like they are like a politician could be, or some divine talkers, you know, they, I don't know, they speakers, very good speakers, okay, go for their chart. You can ask me, where can I go and find, sir? Look for Google Guru, he will answer us. Okay, collect the data and look. If you have a stammering kid around you, try to collect the chart and see why he is stammering. Got it? The family, you can tell about the family from the second house. And the asset. This asset is not moving, it's a fixed one. Like it's a bank asset, like a fixed deposit, something which is very fixed. Voice, the face, everything you need to take it from the second house. Second house karaka, that is the Jupiter. For the wealth, for the speech, you need to go for the Mercury. Again, family, you need to come for the Jupiter. Assets, you need to come for the Jupiter. Yes. The face that looks, it's for the moon. So many things. And this are, I'm telling you again, this, if you don't know A, B, C, you cannot write down in English, because A, B, C, D is it's a core. It's a very fundamental. It's the Geetha. You cannot change it. And you are going to write a poem like a Shakespeare. That means you need to be a good dictionary person. That you need to remember everything. Sir, you gave so many things, sir. So many, each and every line is important. You cannot skip. But never get afraid, because you have a good teacher. I came from the very good teacher Parambara. These blessings will flow through you. No worry about it. Read and read and read. Like, look at the chart, look at the chart, look at the chart, look at the chart. And you will get the answer. Before, you cannot see the picture at all. It takes time. I'm sure it takes time. But try to collect and try to put it together. At one point, you can see the whole picture. That is the beautiful time when you smile inside you. That is a beautiful knowledge. Then you're ready to fly. If you want to be a good doctor, okay, if you want to be a good doctor, you cannot just go to the someone and get operated immediately. Okay, you need to go for the mortuary first. That means the past. You cut down them, you see what it is, all the nasty things, sometimes make mistakes, it's okay. That's how you learn. And you mastery in that one, you get mastery in that one, then you go for the operation. Also, if you tell, okay, I am the first year student, I am very good at this one, I got 100 marks, I can operate somewhere, nobody will allow you. Exactly, same thing here. Okay, just for your study, learn your study, make a note, learn study, make a note, and see how it goes. And remember this one, this is the foundation course. If you miss this class, or if you miss this course, or if you miss these points, whatever it's in front of you, then you cannot gain anything there. Then you need to come back. What is the second house? Where can I look for the prashna? And where is the food? If there is a food poison or good food, there is called the Bhojana Prashna. In Prashna, someone will come, can you tell me what kind of food I had? Then you need to look at the second house, you need to make a prashna, you need to invoke the Saraswati inside you. So many things, so many things. Okay, so don't bother, don't be confused. The second house always wealth, as not only this one, I gave what 7 points, but there is quite a lot to understand. But this is the beginning class to understand. Okay, I don't want to give a paragraph of things. The small stones helps you to cross over the river. Okay, small stone steps. The second house is the wealth, asset, family, speech, eyes, mouth, face, and voice and food. Okay, I go for the third one. So I made a chart here to understand the ascendant. It's you, self, or the person in front of you who comes for the prashna. Take this is Arudha lagna, for example. The second house is this food, speech, mouth, face. These are the things. Eyes. The seventh house is your partner because ascendant is the Cancer. Seventh one is the Capricorn. Always opposite is the seventh. Always opposite is the seventh. Okay, you count from here is the seventh, and from here is the second house. Your wife's speech, how she will speak. Your wife's space, your partner's space, your partner's family. These are the things from the eighth house. This is the eighth house for you, but not for her. Did you got this? Did you understand this one? Go for the first. See, this is the eighth house, will be the second house from the seventh house. Eighth house is the second house from the seventh house. This is exactly the eighth house is the second house. From here, ascendant is the eighth house. If you count this one, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Capricorn is the seventh one. After the seventh, Aquarius, that is a Kumbha Rashi, it's the eighth one. For you, it's the eighth. For seventh is the second house. This is the very basic to understand about the houses. Very, very basic. Because I am giving the super loop for you to loop to understand how you can see. And this is, if you understand this, how to see, then you can climb the Everest very fast. Okay, go for the third chart. So I don't want to make any chart anymore because it's easy to understand. Third house is the younger co-born. That's your sister or brother. Next to you, remember the next to you is the younger co-born. Then it's a courage, confident. Where the confident comes, it's from the courage and confident. Also, the third one is the subconscious mind. Where you want to do dirty things or good things, it's a subconscious mind. Third one, I didn't write it here. There is quite a lot to understand there. What kind of karma the enemy will do if there is a war, there is a thug between two neighbors, or you are against someone else in the court case. To see what kind of things they will do, then you need to take the third house. There are so many things, I'm telling you, so many things, but I'm giving the main things. Okay, younger co-born, confidence, courage, mental strength, the communication skills, because it's a third house. Documents, if someone writes a documents, that's a third house. Mobile phone, your hands, always we have a communication, and it's a very simple communication that we know. When we are anger, we use this finger. This is how we communicate. Yes, don't do this one. I am anger. You see, this one is a communication. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. Because we do communicate. So when I say Namaste Ji, and we are communicating by the hands. So if you look at the Rashi chart, Gemini is the third house. It's a communication. Okay. Communication skills. Creativity. That's the third house. Your throat. If someone has the throat problem, that is the third house. Ears, throat, nose. These are the connected one, and it's a throat, ears, arms. I said already. Father's death. Oh, father's death. Seventh from the ninth. This is how you need to look at the chart. Okay, I will tell you. Second house is seventh house is the Maraka, who kills you. Second and seventh. Okay, from the ninth house is the seventh house. That is the third house. If you count, okay, this is in our mind. You need to go for the ninth house, and you need to count from there. Seventh house, that is the third house of the lagna. That's how your father will pass away. There is so many things to look at. It's this is seventh from the ninth, father's death. Expenditure, we saw 12th house is the loss, that you expend something, you lose money on something. Okay, 12th house from your lagna, that's for your body. So always remember, one of the houses, 12th house is the loss. So fourth house is the vehicle. Fourth house is the car or motorbike or the two-wheeler or your elephant or your horse. Okay, if you want to spend money on this one, where you will look? Somebody will come say, oh, my car is always giving trouble, sir. Then where you will look? Go on, guys. There is an answer in front of you. Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes.
Look at this one. Expenditure on vehicle. Expenditure on vehicle. What house it is? The third house. You see? The expenditure of vehicle is the third house. Why third house? Fourth house is your vehicle. The karaka is the vehicle, is the Venus. Okay, you need to look at the fourth house. If someone comes in front of you, they're saying, okay, always I'm having a trouble with my vehicle, sir. What is the problem? Can you tell me? Then you need to look at that third house. That is the 12th house from the fourth house. That means you need to be master this chart. You look at these 12 houses, okay? You need to be master, really master on this one. Otherwise, you never get the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever the you point the, I will just go for the screen. I will try to bring you wake up a little bit. Okay. I got the empty one here. I tried. You see my okay. This is the first house. Yes. Just say. Oh. Hello. This is the first house where you see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, please come with me. Please come with me. Please come with me. This is the first house, and everybody knows this is the second house. Yes, this is the second
Yes,
house.
sir.
Yes, this is the
Yes.
third house. Yes.
Yep.
Fourth house, fifth house. Everybody knows you need to count one by one. Okay, this is the first house. Who will be your partnership? Where is your partnership? You need to count 7 houses. Yes.
Scorpio.
So Scorpio is the 7th one. 1, 2, 3. If you count from here, then the Scorpio is the 7th houses. And then from this one, 7th house, you need to count. This is second house of family of your partner, third house of sibling of your partner, fourth house of mother of your partner, fifth house of children of your partner. You see, you got the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, vehicle is the 4th house. This is the first house. This is the vehicle is the 4th house. Then the vehicle is the 4th house. 12th house is the expenditure. That what you spend on the vehicle. And if I go, this is the first house, this is the 12th house. If I go here, then I spend money on my body. Because this is self. You see, 12th house is what you spend money on something.
So it's always the house before the whatever is in that house that actually shows the
Loss or expenditure, yes. Ma'am,
Okay,
don't practice that way. Don't practice that way. Practice this way. 12th house is the expenditure. Okay. Then if you go for the 4th house, then the 3rd house of your mother, that if she's getting a hospitalization, or if she's getting sick, or if you want to admit into the hospital, then you need to look at the 3rd house. Sir, you thought my 3rd house is the brother. Yes, I thought your 3rd house is the brother. Also courage, also travel, also expenditure of your vehicle. But if you look at the mother as the self, I said, take a chart, go for mother, that is the 4th house, take a lagna, then it's the 12th house is the expenditure of your mother. You got it? You understand the point?
yeah.
You need to
Okay,
raise
so-
question, please.
Okay, so you're saying that. So what you're actually explaining is Naisargika Karaka, right? In a way.
Yeah.
Now, 12th house, according to Naisargika Karaka table, says it is losses.
No,
Losses
I'm not talking about
meaning-
karaka. No, Naisargika Karaka goes to the planet. I am talking about the
No,
houses.
I'm just referring to the table. So in the Naisargika Karaka table that you had, 12th house indicates losses.
No, I
Or in a way,
I will come to the point. If I say the Naisargic Karaka here, then I must mention about the planet. So 12th house, the Naisargic Karaka is a Saturn. But
Okay,
what-
all right. Let's leave Karaka. Let's leave Karaka for a second.
Yeah.
I just referred to it as a table. Okay. So 12th house indicates losses,
Exactly.
right? Now, third house, according to you, or whatever it is, it indicates vehicle.
Fourth house.
Fourth house. Okay, fourth house. So because 12th house indicates losses or expenditure, that is why you are looking at third house from the fourth house. Sorry, you are looking at the 12th house from the fourth house, which is the third house in the lagna chart, and you are seeing how much expenditure will be on that particular vehicle, right?
Not the how much. That what will happen or how it will happen. What is the Karaka? Why you are spending money on this one, or when you are going to spend money on the vehicle, or when your mother is going to be get sick.
Okay, in a way it's okay, you are quantifying that in those terms. Okay, so how much expenditure, or how the kind of expenditure that goes into that vehicle is seen in that. So because the 12th house indicates losses, so by that logic, uh, let's say 12th, so sorry, the third house is for the younger siblings.
Yes.
Right now, so does that mean you could look at the second house, which is 12th house from the third house, and say the losses of the siblings?
Yes.
Okay.
When she's
So you
getting
could-
married, all the assets that the parents had from you, they are giving out for the siblings.
Yeah, but that is not an expenditure for the sibling, right?
Yes. Also, they are spending money. They are getting loan.
No. So
For example, I said, for example, you see how the expenditures could be.
Wait a minute. So this expenditure is on you, right?
No. It's not on me. You spend money. That's expenditure on that reference point.
Yeah, you spend expenditure on that reference point, yes, and that expenditure is going to the person here, right? The lagna, or let's say it's my chart. Okay. Now let's say sun burns your expenditure, right? So let's say in my third house, let's say in my third house, the sun is present, okay, and he is in an exaltation point, and fourth house is the vehicle. So if I have a vehicle, does that mean I'm going to spend a lot of money towards that vehicle?
Oh, who is the Karaka? The third house means what is the Lagna?
Lagna is, let's say, Dhanur Lagna.
Okay, Dhanur Lagna, and Kumbha Rashi is a ninth house. He's the ninth house, isn't it? He's the Karaka of the ninth house. Now he's the Karakatva is the ninth. He's the ninth lord. He's in the third house. Okay, fourth house is your Lagna Karaka. It's a fourth house. That's a Pisces. Now we are talking about the Kumbha Rashi.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
And you need to.
No, I am Dhanur Lagna, let's say.
Yeah,
For example,
Dhanur Lagna and sun place in Kumbha Rashi.
Yeah, sun is in Kumbha Rashi,
Yeah.
and the car is in the Pisces.
Yeah, there is two things you can dot it here. One is the government. Ninth is the government. One is the in the Kumbha Rashi. He's not happy there in the Kumbha Rashi. He's in the third house from the last. From this one is the Kumbha Rashi. From the Pisces is the sixth lord also. So there must be some kind of connection with the maybe tax payment, or you the park. Do you have somewhere parked that I don't know tickets? You have anything experience with that one? Towards your vehicle?
Tickets?
Parking tickets or parking lots. Some
So
issues towards the government with your vehicle.
Okay. I'm
No.
not getting the question. I'm saying that there is a so right now I did not describe you my chart. I just took an example.
No, it's okay. Whatever example you gave it to me, we need to stand on that example and we need to talk. Okay. From the Pisces is the 6th lord in the 12th house. 1 point. From the lagna, from the Dhanur lagna is the 9th lord in the 3rd house. Okay. The 9th is government. The sun also government. So there must be some connection about the vehicle that you need to spend towards the government.
Okay, all right.
How he will spend, maybe the parking ticket. I'm just giving the examples.
Okay.
Okay, maybe he didn't pay the tax, though they will get more taxes on that one because the sun is not happy there. Sun is not exalted there. He's in the enemy house.
Okay, so he's in the enemy house. Okay.
So these are the things that you need to look at the expenditure thing. Sun is the heat. Also, he spent the more money on the heating system.
Yeah, he burns you, right? Basically.
Yeah. Also, maybe the sun is the instrument things, the music things. So he spent the money on the music things also because sun is the instrument.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Okay, you got it. Everybody understand Shashank's question? Yes.
No, it's too complicated for me, but it's okay. We'll see later.
Okay, but
It's
the thing is,
con-
12th
I'm too
house is the,
confused with these questions. I'm too confused.
okay, okay, it's okay.
I want
Forget
something
about
very simple.
very
Yeah,
simple. Okay, Amma. Okay, Amma. You want to look at your expenditure. Where you will look? You need to look at your 12th house from the lagna. You know what is lagna? Is it ascendant? Isn't it?
Yeah. This I can. Yes, I understand.
Okay, and you need to look expenditure on your sister. Where you will look? Your sibling, younger one.
Third house.
Yeah, third house. Yeah, very good, very good. Exactly, you came the point. Third house is the sibling. Where you will look at the expenditure. What is the expenditure house? Where you will spend the money? Which house shows the spending money? We saw 12th house. 12th house will show the expenditure. Okay. Some losses.
Yes.
You got this point. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Minna ma'am. Yes. 12th house is yes. Good. Come on. 12th house is the expenditure, that spending some money. Third house is your sibling. You need to count the 12 houses from the third houses. So I take this one as the third house. You see the point red dot here? Yes.
Yes.
So if you count all the way 1, 2, 3 from, you need to start from the sibling house. Always remember, it's from the lagna or from the reference point. You need to count from the reference point, not from the next house. You need to count from the reference point. So this is the third house, because we saw this is the first house, this is the third house. So you need to take this one as the first house, and I say 12th house is the expenditure. Now you want to look for your sister. Okay, for example, then you need to count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You see, this is the 12th house. You see?
Yes.
And this is the house which shows for your sister's expenditure. And this is the, what is the house for you?
The previous one.
Yeah, the second. Yeah, ma'am, you need to name it. Vinaji, you need to name it. It's much first house. Speak it out, because we have everything in our heart. There is a 4 state of speak. Okay, para, pasyanti, madhyama, vaikari. There is a 4 stage of the word which you speak out. Okay, most of them we stuck here madhyama. Sir, I know this one exactly. I don't know how to speak it out. Then it's a vaikari. It needs to be blossom. So without speaking it out, you will never get the answer. So speak it out, no matter what. No afraid. This is the first house. Okay. This is the third house. Now we are looking for your sister's expenditure. Then it's the 12th house. This one. The 12th house from your sister is the 12th house. From you, what is this house? This is the first house.
Yes.
Third house is your sister. This is the 12th house from your sister. This is the 12th house. Yes. This is the 12th house. This is the first house. What is this house for you?
Second.
Exactly, second house. For you is the second house. For your sister is the 12th house. So whatever father has the money for you, so he will give it to the sister. It's not everything that not, but there is some money from the family is going away. You see the reason there? If she
Yeah,
has a
I
problem, then the
understood
family,
this.
yeah, the family will take the money and spend on her. Then this is the
Okay.
4th house. Then this is the 12th house from the 4th house. Then it's the 3rd house for you. So you need to take the reference point and you need to go all the way to the 12th house. And you need to take the reference point and you need to go to the houses which we are reading right now. That is the 1st house, 2nd house, 3rd house. Okay, 3rd house for
Okay.
your sibling. Then it's a, now you understand, yes?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Now we saw the 3rd house as the vehicle expenditure that we and Shashank ji has. Okay, this is the 4th house. This is the 4th house. We saw this is the 4th house. We saw already 12th house is the expenditure. The 4th house shows your mother. Now let's say mother and vehicle. 4th house shows the mother and vehicle. Yes. Everybody is with me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 4th house is your mother and 4th house is the vehicle. So you want to see the expenditure of your vehicle. Then you need to go for the 12th house. That is the 12th house, this one. From you, this is the 3rd house. From you, this is the 3rd house. For your mother and vehicle, this is the 12th house. That's what exactly here. That's what exactly here. Expenditure on vehicle and house. That is the 12th from the 4th. 4th house also shows the travel. 3rd house also travel. Short travel. We call the short travel. Like you go nearby, like 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, maybe 150 to 200. This is a short travel. You need to take the 3rd house as a reference point. 3rd house is the reference point for the short distance travel. Got it? I go for the 4th chart now. 4th house, we saw already. The mother is the 4th house. The vehicle, that what you use is the 4th house. The house like a building, maybe where you are living, or if you own the new house, that is the 4th house. Plain land without construction, that is a plain land, also 4th house. Immovable property, that is the asset, immovable property, not the gold or this immovable is the land. Okay, if someone bought the land, plain land, that is the 4th house. And your motherland is the 4th house. If you want to ask someone asking, sir, when I will travel to the abroad, then you need to go to the D4. There is a chart to see the D4. The name of the chart is D4. Then you need to look at all the aspects from there. So motherland is the 4th house. Your childhood, the 4th house. If you earn money from the real estate or not, that is the 4th house. Your basic education, if someone comes, sir, my kids are studying, sir, they are not doing well, then you need to ask which class they are in. If it is a 10th class, okay, 10th, that is the 4th house. Higher studies goes for the 9th house. We will come to the point also. Okay, there is a reference point. I am giving the reference point. Very interesting, very interesting, very important. The reference point are very important to look at the chart. If you don't know anything, what you will look at the chart, you look at the planet, you look at the Rasi, or you look at the reference, but you need to remember the reference point. Education, the basic education is the 4th house. Your relatives is the 4th house. Your basic happiness. We saw the name of the 4th house. Anyone remember what is the name of the 4th house? We saw Lagna Bhava, Dana Bhava, Bhatru Bhava. What is the 4th one? Yes. Go on, please. It's okay to make mistakes. Sukha. Sukha bhava, happiness. You look at this one now here. Sukha bhava. Comfort. Okay, comfort also. It's a sukha, happiness, kind of the pleasure, happiness, peace of mind. Very important. Peace of mind is the sukha bhava. There is 3 types of gochara. Go means cow, chara means charati. At one point, when you look at this in villages, village side, the go, they have follow one by one and they go on the same path. Like our planetary system also goes in the same path. It's gochara, the name of the gochara. There is 3 types of shani chara, the shani when travels. Okay, one is the 7.5 period. Everybody knows Sate Sati. They say the Sate Sati. It's a troublesome period. That's a very good period to learn something in our life. Very important. Sate Sati. And when the Saturn in the 4th house, also the problem, because he is in the Sukhasthana, he take away the happiness. He will take away the happiness. It's called Ardha Ashtama Sani. Ardha is off, Ashtama means 8. Ardha Ashtama Sani. He will take out the happiness. And when he comes to the 8th place, Ashtama Sani, then we need to take care of our health, because he is the karaka for the oil sthana. When he is there, then he will take out some of the our health. You will feel some health issues. Okay, so the happiness and 4th house. So I need to mention here, when you look at the gocharas also, it's an important thing. Okay, state of mind and heart, our heart. I go for the next one. And next one is the 5th house. Children. We saw already. It's called the Putra Bhava. 5th house is the Putra Bhava. And also, whatever we have done in a previous life, that will give the glimpse what have you done in the previous life is the 5th house. It's called the Purva Punya. Purva, previous, before. Punya, the deeds, that good deeds, like what we have done in the previous life, that you need to look at the 5th house, Purva Punya Sthana. I give small glimpse of the chart. How do we read? Whoever works, whatever they works, look at the 5th house and you will get the answer from there. Look at the 5th house, look at the 5th planet. Then you will find out what he will be work on this life also. Okay. Purva Punya, the name of the house, one of the important things, Purva Punya, what we have done in the previous. Our intelligence, very important. Our intelligence. Our ability to see, understand our ability, the 5th house. The knowledge that we gain is from the 5th house of the scholarship. If someone comes, if they want scholarship in foreign land or higher universities, then you need to take this 5th house as the reference point to see he will get it or not, everything. The bhakti, the devotion, which is very important, because the devotion is connected to the emotion. The love emotion, okay, the love is the devotion. That is very important to look at the 5th house. Mantra, what kind of mantra that they are using it, or what kind of mantra is good for them to chant. Mananat trayate iti mantraha. What is mantra? Mananat trayate iti mantraha. When you chant through the mind, not the verbally, okay, you need to close your eyes. There is a lot of shlokas is the verses that you need to chant. Vishnu Sahasranamas, namas, the mantra, mula mantra, we call the mula mantra. It needs to be chanted by the mind only. Mananath trayate itihi mantra. So you need to chant through the mind. Close your mind and then the chant Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Hrim Namah Shivaya, Icha Namah Shivaya. All mantras. Also, your stomach is the 5th house, digestive system. The power, authority, okay. The power which is come from the 5th house, fame, very important, fame, love, because it's connected to the emotion, love, affection, emotion, speculations. If somebody wants to invest money in the share market, then you need to look at the 5th house. What you are looking as the small thing about the 5th house, there is quite a lot to see, and it's a higher studies, but these are the very basic and these are the very important. Okay, can I go for the 6th one? Runa, Roga, Chatru, main important thing. As we saw, we have 6 karmas, like 6 enemies within us. Kama, Krodadi, that means from the Kama, Krodha, Loba, Moha, Mada, Matsaryadi, 6 enemies. Okay, not only this one, we have other enemies also. The other enemies from the Kamas, from the anger, from the jealous, from the outside enemies. I'm talking about the outside enemies. Okay, the services that what you do to the society, the services what you do to the society is the 6th house. Like where you get salary, the service that you do is the 6th house. The servant is the 6th house. Your relatives. Now I come to the super thing to understand. Okay, we saw 4th house is your mother. 4th house is your 4th house is your
Mother, vehicle.
yes, please talk with me. Please talk with me. 4th house is your mother. Now you take the 4th house as a first one. Then the second and third one. What is the third one? What is the third one? Third house. What we saw in the third house?
Younger ones.
Younger one,
Siblings.
beautiful younger one. From your mother, which is the third house? From your mother, from the 4th house, which is the third house?
6th house.
6th house, that is your mama, relative, uncle. You got the point here now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Beautifully, the astrology is such a beautiful thing. The basic things is we need to understand it correctly. Okay, 4th is your mother, your mother's brother, or your mother's sister, atta, mama, whatever relation that we are calling here, uncle, aunt. These are the relatives from the 6th house. And they are very trouble to us. Some of them. We have a great enemy in Mahabharata, Mama, who is very famous. What is the name of Mama?
Sakuni.
Main Karaka, main Nyatra Karaka. In Jayamani Sutra, Shashankaji, Nyatra Karaka is you need to look out where they make trouble. In Jayamani Sutra. Okay, Nyatra Karaka. Okay, that is in Jayamani. Here is the relatives. Mental tension, of course, if you have some trouble, that is a mental tension. Injuries, breaking something, health issues, diseases, roga, diseases is the 6th house, agriculture, accident, mental affliction, mother, younger brother, and hips. These are the karaka of the 6th house. Got it? Go for
Yes,
the
sir.
7th house. 7th house is the house of marriage. You see, the marriage is the 7th house. Everybody knows this one. Marital life. Life partner could be a business or could be a soul partner. The sex, you see, the sex is not male and female. It's a kind of a union you see from the 7th house. The passion for the happiness is the 7th house. I said third house is the short journey. I said 3, 7, 9. You need to consider the 7th is a little bit longer journey, like 500 kilometers to 2,000 kilometers, let's say. Not the foreign land, but inside the land, motherland. Okay. Also, it indicates the foreign land, but mainly it's a travel, long travel. Your partner's business, and look at the death. Very important. Two houses are very important. The seventh is the most important, is the death. You see the death is the seventh one. Got it? So
Yes, sir.
from you, seventh is your partner, your life partner who kills you. Am I right?
No.
Yes. Kolayum seival patni.
Exactly.
Okay. Seventh house it kills. Because why it kills? Sir, I have a beautiful wife, sir, and she's taking care of me. Sir, I have such a husband that he gives his soul to me, sir. But this is wrong, sir. How you read it? Why seventh house kills? Why? We are talking
Because
about
it is 12th from, because it is 12th from 8th. So 8th is Ayur house.
losses.
and-
Okay, that's a beautiful way to look around, but you need to look at the philosophical, because each and every house has the philosophical reason behind this one.
Okay.
When you get married, okay, that you are get into the samsara sagara. No one come outside from the samsara sagara. You see the point?
Yes, sir.
So the samsara means family. Someone don't understand this, the word that we are using in India. Samsara is the family, okay? That the wife, we don't call our samsara as the mother and father. We are into the family already. Okay, for yourself is the wife or the husband. That is the samsara. And if you are get into the family life that we are dead, there is no way to come outside. Samsara panga nirmagna samudharana panditaye namaha. In Lalita Sahasranama, beautiful word. She is well mastered into bring you out from this panga. Panga means the mud, the ocean mud. No matter if you jump into unconsciously, she is there to protect you. She will bring it out. Samsara panga nirmagna. That is, we are completely drowned into the ocean. That's a mud ocean. Samsara panga nirmagna. Samudharana Pandita. Samudra is the ocean. Uddharana means she takes up. Uddharana means like Uddarani, that the water takes from the pot. That is called Uddarani. We know this one when we have Panchapatra. We have five kind of karma that we do with the Panchapatra. That's why it's called the Panchapatra. The spoon that we have is the Uddarani. That means that you lift something. That's called Uddarani. Pandita ye namaha. She is master and she is skilled that one. So samsara is nothing but killing us to get liberation. Because what is liberation? We saw already. We don't need to think anything. Okay, Amma, leave me alone. I go. Leave me alone. These are the words that we use it in the marital life. Shashank ji, are you using this word, ji?
I am not married, so I don't.
Okay, anyhow. Okay. God bless you. God bless you. Whoever else. With
Not
me.
yet, sir. Only
Not
1
yet.
year marriage.
You didn't
Well,
started yet, huh? Not
no,
even single day you mentioned this one to her.
Yeah, sometimes.
already. Vivian ji, Vinita ji.
So, sir, that's why difficult to get moksha after marriage.
Very difficult. If you follow the Buddhism,
Yeah,
and Jainism, they said don't get married. If in the Buddha fellowship, okay, in Buddhist, immediately they bring you to the what saint or sannyasi.
monk.
They
Monk.
will monks. There is no marriage there for them.
So I have a question here then.
Yes, ji.
But running away from karma is also a sin, right? Like take this for example in so Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna. So when Arjuna wants to run away from the field because he doesn't want to kill his own kith and kin, Krishna says, "It is not you who is doing that. That is, sorry, or rather, let me put it this way. What Krishna says is that one should not run away from karma. One should not run away from his or her duties. And born as a human being, one of our duties is to further humanity forward, right? So if I know this for a fact that if you do not get married and if you do not have kids and yet you do not take sannyasa, it is actually considered a sin. The Pitrus will actually be hanging in, will be hanged in Patala upside down, right? This is how Mahabharata actually begins. This is the first of the, this is present in the first part of
Mandala,
Mahabharata.
first mandala, yes.
Yeah, in the first mandala. So how can
You know why we
running-
called Putra, Shashankji? Why we call Putra?
Putra or Pitru? Which
No,
one are you referring to?
Yeah, no, Putra.
Putra is son, right?
Yeah, why we are calling Putra?
I don't know.
There is the answer. After the death of the family, like parents, that we are called, we are doing the tarpana, triptiyate, that is called Putra. The word which you are making tripti for the parents after death, that's why we are calling Putra.
Okay, but my question is, you are
Yeah,
saying
running away. I come to the point. You already gave the answer also. When you get married, family life, you settle down there and have kids. Okay. And then otherwise you don't roam around like this. Otherwise you need to be get sannyas. You gave the answer already.
Okay, so you're saying that if one becomes a sannyasi, they cannot get son and sorry. So if somebody after brahmacharya enters sannyas ashrama, becomes a sannyasi, then does that mean that person does not have to go through grihastha and vanaprastha?
No, because we have only one brahmacharya, grihastha, and vanaprastha and sannyasi. Okay, for all the mutt in India, all the mutt, Kanchi mutt or Sharada mutt or Sringeri mutt or Pune mutt or Odisha mutt, they are brahmachari. They are studying there, and they give up these two path, that is samsara and vanaprastha, and they go to the sannyas.
So is it allowed to do that according
They
to
are
the
doing
Vedas?
it. They are doing it, and it's established by Shankara, Adi Shankara.
Okay, so if somebody doesn't want to go through sannyasa in the traditional way, can they still not get married and have kids?
Yes, that means they are married. It's not. It doesn't need to be get signed somewhere paper or exchange of rings. If she has a woman or he has a woman, sorry, she has a man or he has a woman. Nowadays, it's possible also. But woman and man is the proper partnership. If they started to living together, let's say, and they have a kids, they got married. No need to be signed somewhere or to show someone for the documents. If the heart goes very well. There is a 13 or 30, if I remember correctly, there is a 13 kinds of marriage in our Hindu tradition. Gandharva Vivaha, okay, Rakshasa Vivaha, these are the, I forget the slokas. It was when I was so young to, I will tell you next time, okay. There is a 13 kinds of marriage in our. So one of them is like what we are very famous nowadays, get together and live together.
Live in relationships. So,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
me and my question is, running away from marriage is like, so wait, now if it's running away from marriage, is it not considered as running away from karma? And if you run away from karma, then you don't have moksha. Right?
No one I could see in my whole life and the whole Puranas and Shastras, no one could run away from the karma. Even we are talking about the Arjuna, okay, but what he have done this karma. Finally, the enlightenment came to him to do the karma. That's it. Otherwise, he could do also, but also
Okay,
he can. Yeah.
Sorry. So let me put it this way. So if you run away from karma in this life, in your next life, you have to go through that karma, right?
How do you know that you have run away? Maybe you have got a curse from the woman.
No, we don't know.
We don't know. So we don't know. But then
okay,
this
wait.
is kind.
No, there is a way. There is a way. No, there is a way. Sorry, I'm sorry. I know. I have a very deep question here. I mean, like, this is something that's been bothering me for a while now.
Please go on. Please go on. Please go on.
So let's say in your birth chart, okay, in your lagna chart, it says that you will die by an accident. Let's say, for example, Okay. Now, you can perform, you can chant mantras, let's say for Goddess Durga. Goddess Durga saves you from all the troubles. So in this life, let's say your birth chart indicates that your death is through an accident. Okay. And if you chant Goddess Durga sincerely and with devotion, she will definitely save you. Otherwise, there is no point in God to begin with, right? But that karma has to happen in some other life, right? Let's say somebody has done very bad stuff to a lot of people in their previous life, but in this life, they have lived their life in a dharmic way. So, but the previous bad stuff, the bad stuff that they did in previous life, that needs to be what is that called? That needs to be spent, and in their future life, they will be they will have to pay for it, right? There is no way that they cannot pay. They have to pay. So my point is, you can change your life, whatever is written in your Jyotish, whatever is written in your chart, by chanting to appropriate gods. If you build enough spiritual power, you can try to change it. I'm not saying that it will happen because you want it, but if gods allow it, it will change. That is what I'm trying to say. Now, that is in a way running away from your karma, right? But this karma that you have in your deposit, you have to spend it in some other life, right? So that way there is no escape from karma. If you don't spend that deed, if you don't spend that, you will not be able to reach moksha. So my question is it possible for you to, so clearly it is in a way you're running away from karma, but you will expend it in some other life. So my question is it okay to run away from samsara?
I will ask the same question to you to understand. Okay, you said that Durga will help us. Definitely, no doubt about it. And you want to skip the karma. That's what you are asking for Durga. No, Durga will not give you to the. She will not add other life for you to finish this karma. No. And in Lalita Sahasra, we will go by the astrology and Puranic way. In both spiritually, and this is also spiritual, okay? But I don't want to separate this one. But for your point of view, I need to separate it. But when you born, there is a dosha in your Jataka. There is a Gandanda doshas. Lagna Gandanda, Tidhi Gandanda, Nakshatra Gandanda. There is doshas, okay? For Mrityu dosha, Apamrityu doshas. Then,
somebody.
Yeah, then the Parashara mentioned you need to follow this procedure to remove this one from your chart.
Okay.
Okay, that means he's not adding it. Okay, you will get it into the next life. No, you have done something not good for others or not good for yourself, then you are into this problem. It's okay. There is a chart shows, because chart is nothing but the map that what we were lived before, that what we are going to believe on this life also. So he showed there. Then you need to find the proper place to finish the karma. That means you need to finish it off. You need to cut it off. Arahara Mahadev. I come to the mantra. That means cut it off. Cut it off. Ara means cut. Arahara Mahadev means Mahadeva, the eternal source. Cut off my karma. Okay, cut it. Hara Hara. It's the same way they utter all the time when you are go to the Himalayas. Hara Hara Mahadev. Hara Hara Mahadev. Okay, Hara means cut, remove it. That is the one point. I gave the answer from the astrological. So I come to this point from the spiritual point. Okay, that you said that I am running away from the karma. That is one thing that you are not ready to see. This one you are running away. That other way, what I am looking at, what you said to me is that you are looking at the karma, you are accepting is that's not affecting you. You are not pushing it to your next life, that you are finishing it you through practicing of tapas, penance, mantra sadhana or yoga sadhana, whatever which is like or which you know already, or you have a got good teacher, then you practice this one, you finish that karma.
Okay, but
so
if you do not have a guru, if you do not take spiritual life, but if you also don't get into samsara, then does that mean you have run away?
That is the karma that he is in the life now. If you don't have a karma, that you don't have the proper life, okay, that getting married, or you are not practicing this one, or not in the meditation way, or somebody is not into the spiritual life, somebody not into this life, what we call the best of man, that he doesn't have to do anything, but he thinks himself he's a yogi, no, because he's not practicing meditation, he is not doing any karma yogi also, there is no karma, but he's not following any karma, he is not belong to any spiritual group, that he needs to service himself. Like I know the people that they don't practice anything, but they go for the temple, they go for the ashrams, they go for the road cleaning, because they put their body to karma sadhana. We have 4 paths: jnana, bhakti, karma, and raja yoga. Jnana yoga, which is that you need to raise the questions: what is good, what is bad. That is Adi Shankara and Viveka Chudamani. All these books give the guidance for us. That is a jnana yoga. Bhakti yoga, I don't need to explain this one. You need to surrender to the goddesses or God. We have 6 God. Subramanya Swami, Ganapatyam, Kauramam, Kaumaram, Shaivam, Shaktam. These are the 6 main major paths that we are following in Bhakti Yoga. And Karma Yoga, that what you do to the society by body without expecting anything. That's also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Raja Yoga. That is the from the Maharishi of Patanjali. We have only 4 ways. You need to take any one of them. That if no one practicing this one, that he is also not into the family life also, that man, but he is a madman. You know that he is not happy at all. Always there is a mind that is not fulfilled him. Always something itching in my mind is, if you ask that person directly, do you feel anything? Are you contented? Or you feel happy? He said, no, sir, I am missing something in my life. Because he doesn't, there is nothing to hold for him.
Okay.
But when you practice something very intensely, mantra sadhana, okay, there is a word I try to remember from the Lalita Sahasranam. I'm this word, and there is a word in Lalita Sahasranam. It's the last word, I think so. If some don't mind, I will chant this one. Dasamudra Samaradhya Tripura Sri Vasankare Jnana Mudra Jnana Kamya Jnana Jnaya Surupini Yoni Mudra Trikandesi Trigunam Batragonaga Anagat Budacharitra Vanchidartha Pradhayini Abhyasad Sheknyata Shadadvati Trupni Abhyas Grana Murta Jnana Dvanta Depika Apala Gopi Vidaj Sharvanulinga Shasana. Exactly, the word is Sharvanulinga Shasana. The word from the Lalita Sahasranama, from the Brahmanda Purana, from the Lalita Bhagyana. Ayagriva gave this mantra to the Agastya Muni Maharishi. That the mantra is Sharvanulinga Shasana. Shasana, that is something written document. That is our the Talayerthi, that the Telugu Kuda, there is a word for this one, Talarata. And the letters in our forehead, usually we cannot see this one, but this is what karma it is. Okay. And Sharva Anukula. Anukula means which is good towards you. Sarva means everything. She will call the Brahma, look at my son is suffering, remove all the karma and remove everything, make it a good thing right now. That's the order she is giving to the Brahma. Okay. So the karma is erased completely. From the bhakti, when you are completely in tapas, when you are surrendered to the feet, okay, when you take the kumkum and apply in you everywhere, when you get mad towards her feet, then karma is cut it down. You don't need to worry anything. If she even put it in somewhere in the ocean of poison, jump into it, say Amma, Mata, that's it, surrender. She will take care.
Okay, all right.
Then there is no karma at all. It will not follow at it. You are done, you are getting moksha immediately, that moment.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Thank you, Shashankji. Thank you. It's a beautiful session of about the bhakti. Okay, I think it's time is done. There is a lot of things to do. If you have any questions, Vivian ji, did you understand? Vivian ji,
Trying to.
Barry,
Trying to.
Okay, you need to raise question, Vivian ji. Barry ji, I know that you are practicing very well in Yoga Shastra. Satish ji.
Yes, the class is good. Questioning is also good. So we have understand lot of things. So it's a good session. And one more thing, sir, that last time what we discussed, that regarding that Shivan temples.
Jyotirlinga. I remember this one. Also, I got all the list of the 27 nakshatra deities in Tamil Nadu. I don't know about the India. I try to fix it because there is a book called where you finish the karma in Tamil also, but I found it in Tamil Nadu. I have this one also for the nakshatra and Jyotirlinga, and I will tell you in the upcoming classes how do you use this one, how do you look at the chart. But without
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sharma ji, you
Yes,
said
ji.
you will put
Thank
about
you.
the books and stuff.
Sorry, books. Yes, I remember. Shashankji. I will give the books on this Jahannota Hora site also, so they can download the things also. I remember this one. On Santanam book, I remember one, and I'm looking for the other one, but it's in the Sanskrit slokas. I try to find it out where I can. I will try to remember this. One, there is a Telugu also. I have in Telugu book. I don't. You read Telugu ji?
I read Telugu. Yeah.
Okay. But I don't read, but I have a lot of Telugu books from astrology. Maybe you can help me to find out what kind of book is there. And there is one book I need to translate from the Telugu also, because it's a Muhurta Chintamani or something, Prayoga Chandrika. I think Prayoga, how do you do the Prayogas in Telugu? I didn't find anything in Sanskrit or somewhere. It's in the Telugu also. But anyhow, I will contact you on that. If you don't mind, you just read it, we will record it. I will, because Telugu, I know Telugu and Sanskrit doesn't matter.
Okay.
Could you show the information or the slide for the second house again?
I need to go for the second house.
Yeah,
You
just want to check.
looking for the wealth here.
Acha, okay.
Second house shows the wealth, asset, that whatever asset we have, the family, the speech, family also asset, family, speech, eyes, right eyes. Remember this one, but eyes, keep it in mind. Mouth, face, voice, and food.
Anibad, thank you.
Happy to hear your voice, Barryji.
Thank you as well.
Any questions? Any questions? We are in 7th class right now, 7th house. Okay. If this is not enough, if we feel this is not enough, maybe we can go for one extra section. I will ask in the last class if anybody wants to interested to join class, we will make one more class.
So one request,
Yes.
let's do chart analysis as much as possible.
So next class, I'm going to finish this one, Shashanti. After 2 classes, like I put it 2 classes for the chart analysis.
Yeah,
I think you and me only we are talking. We'll go for analysis. We go for analysis. That for sure.
Yeah,
but we need to take our friends with us.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you very much for today. It's a beautiful class. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Satish ji. Thank you for everyone. I will send the record. Please download it as much as possible. So I don't need to remind every time. I have very limited spaces in my Google Drive. Every day I look a lot of charts, so I need to upload it, download it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
class. If you don't have classes, previous classes, please ask me. I can upload it again because I'm saving the all files. Okay, in previous classes, if you don't have anything, ask me. I will send it. Now I upload this one. I will remove all these past ones. Okay, 3, 4. I'm going to remove. I will keep this one 5 and 6 upcoming classes. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Write it down something to me to understand whatever you are, wherever you are. We will go from there.
Noted. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you, Ji.
Good night, Jay. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.